At this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, the superlatives have simply run out. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been absolutely fantastic. Fan-friggin-tastic, I tell you. We've beaten Frankfurt, a team that last season beat us 5-1. We've beaten them 5-0. Ooh, dare I say revenge? I don't know about that one, ladies and gentlemen, but I will say this was a fantastic game. Absolutely fantastic game. I thought the first half especially was absolutely brilliant. In the second half, we kind of dropped off until like the last 20 minutes or so. But like the first 45 minutes were absolutely spectacular. Then the last 20 minutes were great as well. There was about 25 minutes where I thought, ooh, we're not looking that good right now. But that's okay. That's okay, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely okay. I'm absolutely fine with us kind of conserving our strength. We obviously have a very packed and very tight schedule. But in this game, let's talk about him. Lewandowski. Let's talk about him. Lewandowski, ladies and gentlemen. Lewandowski. And I will be doing a review on these books, but that's coming in the future. Lewandowski, a hat-trick. Hat-trick. 3 goals. After what? He scored 4 goals. Not the last game, but the game before that, I believe. And now he's scoring 3 goals. It just shows you class is eternal. It's not permanent. It's eternal. Eternal. Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely fantastic performance from him. The whole team looked very, very strong in the first half. I thought, that the team itself was hungry. Like, even when we were 2-0 up, hungry. 3-0 up, hungry. 4-0 up, hungry. 5-0 up. Alright, the game is finished. I'm pretty sure if the referee didn't blow his whistle for the 5-0, then we could have easily, we would have been hungry as well, because in the second half, once we did our substitutions, we looked sharp. I have to say, very good game from Costa. Performance spot on. I thought he looked very sharp. I think that basically goes for the rest of our whole team. I think, first half we really had a very strong command of the game. And I feel like the reason why we struggled so much in the second half was because Frankfurt essentially decided not to play through midfield. What they did in the second half, because obviously at that point they were, I think, 2-0 already down. What they decided to do in the second half was keep the defenders at the back. And then essentially push their attackers all the way forward. So there's a massive gap between their attack, their midfield, and their defense. And that essentially meant that the game became a countering game. When they would have the ball, they would pass it from all the way to the back, all the way to the front, long ball style. And then essentially when we had the ball at the back, we would then pass it all the way forward, in a long forward style. So just from that perspective, we basically neglected the midfield in the second half, which is why Goretzka, Kimmich, Müller didn't really get on the ball that much for the first 20-25 minutes of the second half. But once we did some substitutions, we had a lot more control of the game with Javi there. He did really, really well. Because obviously Kimmich likes to go forward as well, but like Javi essentially just said, "I'm gonna stay back," and Kimmich, you go forward. So we had you go further forward, I should say. So we had 2 ball-playing midfielders, which meant that we were on the ball significantly a lot more, and that essentially meant that we could have much better control of the game in the second half. So just from that perspective, I really, really liked how we controlled the latter stages of the second half, how we adjusted to that. Musiala, of course, scoring again. Magnifique. Sane coming back with a Robin-esque goal. Absolutely fantastic, bro. Absolutely spectacular. Reminded me a little bit of Iron Robin, I'd have to say. Completely of Iron Robin. But yeah, I like how we played today. We have a very busy schedule, so of course, we need to kind of conserve our strength, kind of work through that schedule. And I thought, obviously, Lewandowski, he looked quite angry when he got subbed off, but I think that was the right decision. We could have easily had another 2-3 goals, honestly, but we were quite poor in that regard. Our finishing today wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. Goretzka could have easily had a goal. I think, who else was it? Coleman, I think, could have had a goal. Coleman had another very good game, like another very strong game from him. Very much liking what I'm seeing from him at the moment. He's looking very strong. Sa had a very, very strong game, I felt like. He in his first game in the DFB Pokal, he looked very, very good. Then, when he came on as a substitute against Atletico Madrid, he looked very, very poor. But today he looked very, very good. So more of today's performance, please. He looked very. I think once he starts once he starts the game, he looks very, very strong. Obviously, when he came on against Atletico, didn't look that good. But hopefully, it's upwards and onwards for him, because he looked that good. Unfortunately, the bad news is obviously that Alphonso Davies looked like he went down with a twisted ankle. I'm not sure whether it's a twisted ankle or ligament injury. I'm hoping it's just a twisted ankle, because that would be 3 weeks. If it's a ligament injury, it could be longer. But he went down in like the first minute, and that is just a big shame for him. Like, coming back, you could see that he was visibly in pain. Lucas Hernandez came on for him. Lucas Hernandez having a very good game, but like, you could definitely tell that Davis was hurt. And just from that perspective, I really do hope that, like, it's nothing serious. But obviously, we'll see that once we get the news. Besides that, though, good game, good, solid game. Frankfurt, a team that has caused us a little bit of issues lately, so it's good to see that we've beaten them. So just from that perspective, yay. Good to see more of that, please, ladies and gentlemen. More of that. I do hope you're all having a fantastic day, though. I do hope you're all having a fantastic night. And I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out, and as always,